Jim Bowen, class of 1961. Newly constructed Jefferson High School barely opened its doors in time for graduation ceremonies in the spring of 1958. Searching for an identity, Jefferson's first sophomore class officially entered the building later that fall. Jim Bowen was among them, and he brought with him a rich athletic heritage. His father, W.T., played semi-pro baseball, while older brother Larry had 3 successful years at Wilson. Before playing college ball, his uncle Bob managed teams in the local fast-pitch softball league, winning a state championship. For Jim, it was time to make a mark of his own at the new West Side High School. An all-around athlete, Bowen was a baseball player first and foremost. In his childhood, Bowen had already made a name for himself pitching his kids' league team to consecutive city championships. Gazette sports writer Gus Schrader penned an article detailing his preteen prowess. It concluded with a quote from Bowen hoping he could reach the top in baseball one day. On the diamond, he would etch an indelible mark at Jefferson and far beyond. Jim Bowen was an all-American boy. He started on the baseball and basketball teams and was elected student council president. During Jim's senior year, Jayhawk baseball coach Vern Bredesen knew he had a special group of players. Fellow senior Doug Winders was an unstoppable force on the mound. But state championships are not won with pitching alone. Newspaper accounts tell of a hitter who more than carried the load at the plate for a seasoned Jayhawk squad. Jim Bowen was a hitting maestro, conducting Jefferson's offense with his bat. Batting cleanup for a team that fashioned a perfect 21-0 record was rewarding. But the real prize came when the Jayhawks brought home the school's only baseball state team championship. After graduation, Jim took his skill set to State College of Iowa, now UNI. Freshman year, he played basketball, but it was clear his passion was for an academic excellence and time spent with a bat and glove. He played left field for the Panthers, lettering his last 3 seasons. The Panthers twice made it to the NCAA regionals, but it was what Bowen accomplished after his playing days concluded that leaves us breathless today. After graduation, it was time to build his coaching resume. It started humbly, a year teaching at Lisbon, followed by 3 years at Wilson Junior High, where he taught and co-coached with older brother Larry. This allowed him to repay the West Side for his proper upbringing. It was there he was schooled in the art of coaching by his mentors. But it soon became apparent he was destined to move up the food chain. His passion, zeal for learning, and need to constantly stretch himself were soon to yield greater rewards. Bowen became a graduate assistant baseball coach at the University of Iowa, and of course continued his graduate studies, earning a Ph.D. He dreamed of becoming a full-time professor and baseball coach at the highest possible level. But he also yearned for a place to raise his family, put down roots, and impact young lives throughout athletics. Moving his family to Turlock, California, Bowen landed the head baseball position at Stanislaus State College. 25 years later, he retired as PE department chair and associate athletic director, leaving a lasting legacy even may not have thought possible. Jim built a solid baseball tradition there. Indeed, a baseball dynasty emerged under his direction. He guided the Warriors to the first ever NCAA Division III College World Series. Over the course of 14 seasons, Stanislaus qualified for 10 CWS appearances. 5 times the Warriors made it to the championship game, winning it all in 1976 and 1977. Finishing second in 1979, 1982, and 1989. Jim has been inducted into Halls of Fame at Jefferson, the University of Northern Iowa, and Stanislaus State, where his jersey number 20 has been retired. Incidentally, number 20 is the only number he ever wore going back to his Jayhawk days. His highest collegiate coaching recognition came in 2000 when he was inducted into the American Baseball Coaches Association Hall of Fame. Jim passed away in 2009 at the age of 66. Always proud to be one of the first Jayhawks, his wife Sherry has endowed a $1,000 scholarship to a worthy Jayhawk baseball player 6 times in recent years. Sherry, too, is a Jefferson alum, and her roots in Iowa still run deep. Presenting this year's award is going to be Jim's older brother, Larry. And accepting on behalf of Jim is his wife Sherry and his son Steve.